Show. I'm your host, Weenie. To my right is Butt.
I'm trying to remember the line now that Michael just sings out of the end. No, it was returned. It's like.
Oh wait, let's see if I can do this.
I guess I can just look at the lyrics to American Pie.
Hey.
Hey, that's my bitch. Hey, that's my bitch.
Hey, you, I don't like your boyfriend. No, wait, that's not that.
No. It's something else.
I think you need a new one. And we've had power for 44 minutes. 45
Congratulations.
minutes now. Yeah.
Welcome back.
I was like,
welcome back.
I was like sleepy. I was like, oh, I just fall asleep. Nothing else to do. Oh shit.
That's like the worst thing. It's like, oh, power's out. Time to go to sleep.
Yeah, and then luckily my clock has an alarm clock function. So as soon as the power came back on, it's like beep beep. I'm like, oh, hey, we got power.
Huh? It's flat. Huh? Hey, that's my bitch.
Hey.
I was looking so that. Man, I heard that song.
Did you ever watch the nudity version of that?
No, it's a nudity version?
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of naked chicks, huh?
That Emily Ratajkowski with her giant cans.
Right.
She's just like boing all over the place. Dang it, it's being really slow.
Oh, yeah. I'm reading through. This is an incredibly long song.
Do you remember the episode name for last week?
Not remotely. I don't even remember what I said last week.
Pocket baby cheese.
Yeah.
One of the ones we didn't use was his superpower is manifest destiny. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, there it is. No verdict was returned.
There it is. Oh, man.
That's just a line in the middle of a verse.
Right.
And while Lenin read a book on Marx, the quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark. The day the music died. Yeah, how you like that, YouTube? Give us a fucking strike.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Huh? That's American Pie as performed by these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking anybody steals that, we're copywriting their bitch asses.
Yeah. Say word, son.
Word.
Say word. Pretty God you don't touch that shit.
You better not.
Fucking right.
You better not.
Ian Black Jeb Bush over here just got back from the motherland.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the British got a whole other set of intelligence.
Oh, yeah, I gotta write this down.
Black Tony Blair. Tell him, Tony, we can't go trusting random basketball enthusiasts, says George eloquently put it.
Oh, I might have to try to find a video to send to you guys, and then you can share it.
Dude, I was watching a video of W talking the other day, like it was a symposium at like some high school or something, and a kid asked him a question, and he goes on like I think I sent it to you, the thing where I'm like, how is it that fucking W sounds like a genius now? It sounds like a fucking Rhodes Scholars compared to the applesauce brain idiots that we've had running for the past 12 years.
Yeah.
Basically since I moved to Seattle.
Yep. Okay, what are,
Skelter
do you
in the summer swelter, the birds flew off with a fallout shelter.
do I get the podcast uploaded and notes typed before Dave gets on?
Ooh, yes. Because I think Dave, like, subconsciously thinks we're not recording.
Well, but he saw the text, I assume.
We can assume.
I'm
I'm looking. Oh, it's 72% uploaded.
Nice.
73. 74. Oh my God. Every time I click it, it just keeps going up by one. Banjo player at 114 is I.
Oh my God. Some of these notes make me laugh. Like, I just read one line that I wrote, goth chicks and depression. See?
Yeah, it's like, I don't even, like, I can imagine how we got there, but I couldn't tell you.
But nobody really knows.
Right, right.
I couldn't tell you.
That's one of the best thing about this podcast is how just totally stream of consciousness it is.
Right.
Like, I've got a little bit of a pet peeve because I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
And I've heard I listen to Dan Patrick,
Yeah.
and on 3 different advertisements for podcasts, they say, hey, we just talk about sports, pop culture, whatever. In that order.
Oh.
And it's like there were 3 of them in a row, and they're like, yeah. And one of them is like some random jerk off nobody's ever heard of, and Matt Castle. Who the fuck wants to listen to that?
Matt Castle's kids?
Right. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, that guy was in the NFL, and he's decided he's going to try to make money podcasting.
Right.
Like, and the thing that's frustrating is, like, the show could be absolute dog shit. I don't know. Wouldn't listen to it.
Fair. Yeah.
Except for like the 40 seconds I've heard on their show or on their ad. It's like, that takes an incredible amount of hubris for an NFL athlete to like just jump out and be like, all right, time to do a podcast. And people are like, oh, here's $100,000.
Yeah.
Here's 11 sponsorships.
It says uploads complete, but now it's just being really slow.
It's processing.
It's probably because usually I can go through just like click, and it's done. Because I still haven't picked whether it's public. Usually I do public. The music died.
And we were singing.
Did I just hear Dave?
Yeah.
I have it on a small screen.
So so did I. Oh, it's Dave.
Hey, there he is.
It's Greeby Dave.
Greeby
Dave.
I kind of want to buy one of his. He's got a vulture shirt that says, "Hey, it's Creepy Dave."
Yeah.
And I feel like I probably should own that.
That'd be funny on you.
I know a guy that could probably just make it.
Yeah, that's true.
Buy a shirt and I'll make it.
Buy a shirt and he'll make it.
You pick the color, size. You can have one of those little gay ass pocket shirts. I almost said a different word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on NBA 2K, you can change uniforms and stuff on your team.
Yeah.
And I'm changing mine to, because I pretty much play Aaron. We draft teams from all time. Like, we've got absurd teams. They're just stupid, but it was fun. It's a way to have fun with the fucking game. And I'm changing my uniforms. They're just going to be white with no stripes or anything on them, and they're just going to say, "I hate Aaron."
I like it.
Like the court, no, just lines on the court, and in the center it'll say, "I hate Aaron."
Pretty awesome. Google.
I wish NCAA football had some sort of uniform thing, because I'm in my 10th season of coaching Kennesaw State.
It does.
It does?
You just have to do it online. Yeah, and then you upload it.
Oh. Okay.
Or you can just go download. Like I downloaded Western Oregon. There were a bunch of Western.
Okay.
Coincidentally, there were like a dozen Western Oregon uniforms that people made. I was like, there were this many people that had this idea,
Right.
so like I'm certain there's a Southern Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine taking Southern Oregon to the national championship.
Yeah. I could finally play football finally actually play for Southern.
Yeah, put yourself in there as a 5'9" nose tackle.
Yeah. Rudy.
All right. I sent you guys a YouTube thing. Don't watch it yet. Jake could maybe share it on the screen.
Okay.
But I learned something.
You learned something, eh?
How many?
How
You
many
learned the
was-
weird fact that hot dogs come in packs of 12, but your butthole can only hold 10.
Nope. The bun
Okay.
length ones come in a pack of 8, and so do the buns. That is convenient.
Yes, it is.
Our butter is a different shape than the butter on the East Coast.
What? What
Yeah.
shape is theirs? Round?
No, it's like
Fucking roundies.
long
Don't
and
they do like
skinny.
the? Oh, okay. I was gonna say the brick.
Say long and skinny,
Yeah, we have the brick.
because we the brick house.
House.
We mighty, and we're letting it all hang out. Oh man, we were in basketball practice, and the coach was trying to think of a term to use when your guy beats you down the court, so you can tell the guy ahead to pick him up. And he's like, I don't know, what can we say for getting beat? And I go, Ohio.
Ah,
He laughed, and then I was like, oh, that's sad. That sucks. Ohio.
trying to look this up. Introducing. Oh man, this guy does a lot of gross shit.
You probably don't want all the gross shit, but the 45-55 thing is impressive. And I never realized until I saw, I was looking through, I'll tell you on the thing. When it's time, how I got to that.
Yeah, how you ended up. Yeah, this guy, I can't. Oh, there's his channel.
Oh, I'm gonna send the picture to Jake. I know Robin's seen it on Instagrams.
I saw it on Facebook.
Oh, okay. I'll just send it to you, Jake. I'll send it to
The group chat.
yeah.
It's in a
Uh-oh.
group.
Oh, we got to talk about the Google reviews.
Yeah.
I'll write that down.
Let me know when you get it, Jake, and we'll just talk about it right now. It's not really that long of a story, so
All right, I got it.
okay. So my boss made this at work for all of us for the newsletter.
Yeah.
So I walk into work and they're like, "What's up, Snake Eyes?" And I was like, I hadn't seen the picture yet, and I was like, "Is that
Is that a
Is that
racial
racist?
thing?
Is that racist?
Yeah. I was like, and Sean looked at me. He's like, "Oh, you haven't seen it yet?" I'm like, "No."
He said snake, not squint or slant.
yeah.
Yeah. He didn't say
specifically
zipper
heard-
head.
Yeah, I was gonna say I specifically heard pan face. But then I looked at it, and you know me, I saw a small picture at first, and I was like, "Who am I supposed to be?" And then I realized that's my boss, and then I was like, "That's why people keep asking me if I'm his son."
Yeah, because I was looking at the guy up front too. I'm like, man, that doesn't really look like Dave.
Right?
I was like, that's kind of shitty. And then I realized that you were not
Yeah.
not the guy hanging out with Mr. Clean over there.
I also like how in the shading of that, it looks like I've got emo hair again.
You might.
I like how it looks like he did it on his phone.
Yeah.
Probably did.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And then Leon, the assistant manager, he's like, "Wait, why do I gotta be the black guy?" I was like, "What's up, Roadblock?"
Is the chick anyone, or is the chick just
That's Alice. She works there too.
Are her cans that big in real life too? You didn't say
They're
no.
decent. Like, I wouldn't say they're that big, but proportionally, it makes like it's about the same because she's
45,
smaller.
55. You're gonna learn.
Robin's seen her.
Yeah, she'd get it.
Yeah.
Hey. I like setting an appointment to go to the chiropractor tomorrow at 3, and then they send me a new appointment email, and then 3 minutes later send me an appointment reminder email. They're like, hey, you got an appointment. By the way, tomorrow you have an appointment.
That sounds like what I do to my dad. He's like, hey, tomorrow. He's like, hey, remind me later that I need to go to the bank. I'm like, okay, and I'll wait like 5 minutes.
Hey, go to the bank.
You need to go
You
to
need
the
to go to
bank.
the bank.
Doesn't he have a smartphone? Can't his phone remind him?
I mean, that'd be like giving a monkey a nuclear device. Just because he has it doesn't mean he knows what he's doing with it.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I watched Chernobyl. We can talk about it if you want.
Yeah, you're like the second person this month to talk to me about Chernobyl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you mentioned it, and so I was like, well, I'm out of shows to watch. What can I watch? And I just added it to my list.
Mm-hmm. I watched a couple of the first episodes, I think.
There's only 5, so I mean.
So I may have gotten halfway through it.
Yeah, you're like there. You're basically done.
Yeah, just.
I always hated what I'm just accepting to be the final season of Sherlock, even though my little heart holds out hope. It's like they had like the new season, the final season came on, and on Netflix it said 6 episodes. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, that's 2 more than normal. They must be blowing it out for the season. And so I'm watching. I get through episode 4. I'm ready to watch episode 5 to see what happens next. And it's the making of episode 1.
Yeah.
I'm like, you motherfuckers.
I've seen that before with different shows.
Like, you people, I hate you. This is
I was
why you
like,
didn't get another season.
That show, I watched it and I was like, oh, I still got 2 episodes to go after I finished it. And then it was like the trailer for season 4 or whatever and something else. I was like, God damn it, this is bullshit. This is not what I meant.
Yeah, I'm looking. You would have to get Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman back together. That'd cost some money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Cumberbun pudding snack.
I did enjoy that show.
It's so
though.
it's
Like,
it's one of my favorite.
As one of the. Not, I wouldn't say many, because actually there's not that many of that kind of like the Sherlock Holmes shows.
Well, they keep trying to make them, but they always do a bad job.
Yeah. Have you seen the newest one with
Shedeur Sanders?
Yeah, whatever his name is. It's just called Watson.
I've heard about it.
He's like a forensic detective, not a forensic. He's a doctor, but he's like curing people. It's like solving a mystery.
Yeah, that's what Watson was, a doctor.
Yeah, but I was like, just make another show.
Just do it. I'll tell Dave he needs to check his messages more often on our 12 hours ago on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who JT Rock -010 looks like?
J-Rock.
Yeah, that's Rocco.
Oh, well then you need to check your messages more often.
He left a comment to tell Dave to check his messages.
Did he really?
Yeah. Yes, he did. On the episode where we argue with the guys.
Oh,
we got a comment
funny.
on American Ass Turtle has a comment.
So
yeah, that's where it was. On American Ass Turtle, it says, tell Dave he needs to check his messages more often, LOL.
It's like talking to a wall. It doesn't do any good.
That's what I'm going to say.
See Snapchat.
He's going to hear this.
Only if he watches the YouTube version.
Well, he commented on the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Eric replied, and I gave it a thumbs up and a heart.
All
Fuck
the
yeah.
emotions.
Dude, we're engagement farming right now.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. Hell yeah. We're gonna get tens of people listening
yeah,
to this
Batman.
episode.
How come we're?
Tens of views.
Tens of views.
Oh man.
And millions.
Millions. Yeah.
Dude, computer, stop being stupid.
John Chain. Oh
No.
God, did you watch that video? I think I sent you the TikTok with Santino messing
Yes.
up all the names.
Everybody's
God,
names.
I was laughing out loud.
Roddy the Piper.
Goldie Dust. The Honky Tonky Man.
Donkey Donkey Man.
Oh, shit's funny. John Chena.
How come like it's just my show? My show.
Nice show. Gotta look up Red Arrow.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's what I do. Actually, I just go to my subscriptions. God, River and Grayson are both on my account.
That's a
And
mistake.
they have so many fucking random bullshit things they follow. So one day I just went through and unfollowed like 150 of them. I'm like, unfollow, 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 unfollow.
It's like, yeah,
Yes.
all those. And they're all the same shit. I'm not draking them. That's a great name for an episode.
It's pretty good.
I like that
Where's-
occasionally, not often, Ben will comment on something.
I opened it up on YouTube and the first one's 2 Koreans deep.
Promosm? Yeah, I'm not expecting to remember what I said a year ago, but that guy thought it was funny.
It probably was.
How come that? Oh yeah, tell Diddy he's checking messages. I
I
like
think-
that. And then
I think we're
reply.
getting
I like that.
I think we're getting like de-emphasized by YouTube.
Maybe.
Because for a long time, like I'm going back through and we have like 30 views, 40 views, 20 views, 28, 50, 52. And then I go to like the most recent episodes, it's like 4.
Yeah, because people didn't like that they couldn't find Joe Rogan when there were California forest fires, wildfires, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
let's go with
better
wildfire.
because they don't have forests.
Not anymore.
They didn't before.
They don't deserve forests.
Yeah, those are for the elites of Oregon.
We have forests too.
Yeah, the part that they don't think is California. Like if you tell someone, what do you think of first when you think of California?
They think
Are
of
they gonna
LA.
think, yeah, LA.
LA.
Are they gonna think of the redwoods? That's not even second or third, probably. They're gonna go Sacramento and San
San
Francisco
Diego.
and San Diego and
Oh, give me a sec. My brother's calling me. He never calls me, so this might be important.
Oh shit.
or he has diarrhea.
Yeah, he's like, hey Dave, I'm
He's like,
pooping.
Dave, listen to this one. Just tearing ass on the toilet.
That
That's a good
would
name for the
be
pre-show.
tearing ass in the toilet. That would be ridiculous. Like, you get a phone call and it's just your buddy, and it's like, hey man, I got diarrhea. Listen to this.
Oh, that would be good.
He's like, hey, will you check and see if we have any egg noodles?
Mom, do we have any egg noodles? Billy wants to know.
Billy wants to know.
Billy
I don't know.
doesn't know. He tried, but you didn't answer.
I said you didn't answer.
No, Dad's not answering either.
Is he even here? Oh, hey, Dad.
The best part is Dave will never watch this, so
No.
he'll have no idea unless we tell him.
This reminds me of
And then we had Christmas.
New Year's at Amy's parents when who was it? Murph and who else was it? It wasn't Darren.
It might have been Dave.
Was it Dave?
Yeah, it was Dave because I said something about Filipino.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That shit was funny.
And like
It
the
was
way we were
really
just able to
funny.
just fucking ba 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 ba. Oh, look over there.
I see you have a tilting camera. Look, I can do that too.
Point of view, you just told me no.
Shit. Oh, let's see if I can get this going. Na, 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 na.
So I've been doing like I've been like half-ass intermittently fasting
Yeah.
in the sense that like I don't eat until I get home from work.
hmm
And then when I feel when my stomach growls, I have a healthy snack, like a yogurt or a banana or something,
hmm
and then I eat dinner. And I'm down to 227 from
Nice.
two up. I was up to 240 at one point. But yeah, like the morning, because I got to have something. I have coffee and a Nutri-Grain bar because
hmm
I can't because I'm doing work. I can't just fucking go off nothing.
Whack,
Although
whack, 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 whack.
I mean, I suppose I could, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Especially because like I have to do a surprising amount of thinking at my job, and when all you can think about is being hungry, you don't get any thinking
Yeah,
done.
that makes sense.
I was the
1,000.
other day I was sitting there and like the shit just hits you like in a Tiffany. Like I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. It's not working. Not getting power to the thing that's supposed to get power. Everything is wired up correctly, and then for no reason whatsoever, my brain just goes breaker box. Open up the breaker box, and I open it up and like, ha ha! I'm the smartest man who ever lived.
Select payment options. No, not pay in full because I
Yeah,
don't
never.
have
Why would you
11.
pay?
I don't have $1,100.
Who
God
does?
damn. $155.76 is my payment every month for
For
my
what?
duck tickets.
Oh, geez.
7 months. Accept the terms. Add a payment method.
How much were they last year?
$9.50. Go Ducks.
Good X.
So it went up $150. And I think we have less home games, don't we?
Yeah, and they're shitty.
Yeah. Like maybe I'll just sell my tickets and then just sneak in.
With the rest of us.
Yeah. It's not
Very
like I
good.
can't.
Yeah, it's not like you don't know how.
Pretty sure I wrote the book.
I wrote the book. Sergeant Four Leaf Tayback. Wrote the
Read
book.
it. I own it.
Read
But
it.
no,
I own it.
I haven't read it.
Let's see. Home. We've got Montana State in August. Oklahoma State, who's going to be fucking dog water. Then we go on the road to Northwestern. Home for the Bavers. On the road for Penn State. Home for Indiana. On the road for Rutgers. Home for Wisconsin. On the road for Iowa. Home for Minnesota. Home for USC. On the road for Washington. On the road for the conference championship.
Yeah.
So out of that, like Wisconsin and USC,
Yeah.
like just USC because fuck those guys. Let's see who's USC playing. They're playing Missouri State and then Georgia Southern. Wow.
Trying to get those wins any way they can.
Well, they aren't anywhere else on their. Holy cow! USC is going to go like 4-8. Missouri State, Georgia Southern, at Purdue. So there's 3-0, and they're going to be talking about USC receiving votes and shit. Michigan State, they'll probably lose that just because they do. Illinois, they'll lose. Michigan lose. At Notre Dame lose. Nebraska, that's a toss. That's a toss up. Northwestern lose or win. Iowa win. Oregon lose. UCLA lose. So 5 and 7.
Yeah, they suck.
Real bad.
And then is that when Lincoln Riley gets fired?
I predict Lincoln Riley gets fired after getting boat raced by Notre Dame on the bye week. Because
Gotcha.
they will have played after starting the season 3-0. I'm predicting they will have dropped the next 4 games over the span of 5 weeks.
I could see it. Well, that's not going to work. So I got to call them tomorrow.
Possibly it could be 6 weeks.
Yep, I got to unmute myself.
All right,
I
man.
want you to answer my questions.
Are you ready for Good Ass Show?
Yeah. And are we out of the egg noodles?
I've got some right over there.
All right, here we are. You're just checking the pantry. We're back again. Did your mom need to help you find them?
No, I know where to find egg noodles. Dumb question.
It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. You really got to check the pre-show this week, folks.
You too,
No.
Dave.
And he's got a cookie, and he's not sharing. He's an
He
asshole.
did it all for the cookie.
Come on.
I brought
Hey,
2 more.
What?
I brought 2 more. One for each of you.
You can have mine.
I know.
You
Let's
cannot
plan on
have
it.
mine. You will bring mine by.
Bring it over.
You bring me my Chips Ahoy cookie now.
Now.
Wait, chewy or crunchy?
Crunchy.
I like the crunchy ones.
I'm not a big
I
fan
don't
of
like
the
the
chewy ones.
crunchy cookie.
I only like a crunchy Chips Ahoy cookie.
I like Oreos.
I like Oreos, but I like them when they're dipped in milk, so they're not really crunchy.
That's fair, but I will eat I like the vanilla ones.
I'm
I'm not a big fan of vanillas.
I like the vanillas,
That's
and the
racist.
lemon ones are good too. Maybe you'll like the lemon ones.
Oh, I love the vanillas, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, know what I'm saying.
No, I'm just trying to see what that would be like.
Although Thin Mints are crunchy cookies, and I like those.
I'm a big sucker for walking by a bakery and seeing, just dudes everywhere with just cookies on their dicks.
What? Careful, man. These cookies will make you fuck dudes.
The next Alex Jones conspiracy. These cookies make you fuck dudes! Anyway, speaking of eating cookies and fucking dudes, it's Robin.
Yep, that's me, old cookie fucking dudes, and
Old cookie fucker.
yeah, that was the what's the word? The Sesame Street character they didn't use.
Cookie
Cookie
fucker.
fucker. Yeah.
I love cookie.
Speaking of the cookie fucker, you just heard him. He was doing it. Now he's doing something else. Maybe touching tips, raising his eyebrows.
Oh yeah, I got
The
this
people
by
said,
tips.
yeah, there he is. The
See,
hoop-
that's
Oh,
the shape
dude,
of
I
a
nailed
cookie.
it. That is
Cookie fucking cookie fucker.
docking
Let's-
engaged.
I started thinking
Mhm.
about fucking cookies, man, and I'm one of one. I'm him.
Mhm. Oh, speaking of touching tips. No, this has nothing to do with touching tips, other than the fact that I touched my tip when I was watching porn the other day.
One take Jake back in the saddle again.
Oh yeah, sorry.
He is,
You do your
he's
thing.
back.
He's back.
Guess who's
Guess
back?
who's back?
Mhm.
Hey.
So anyways, flipping
spend.
through the old, I can't remember which site I was using, but just clicking on random porns. It was a compilation actually. And there's a black chick. She's doing her business on a toy, and then all of a sudden I hear beep, and I just lost it, and I couldn't beat off anymore. I'm not lying. I swear to God that happened, and I almost just sent it to you guys at 2 a.m.
That's going into my joke notebook.
Oh my
She's-
god.
She's just, it's a view from the back, and she's just going to town, and I hear,
Oh my god.
and I was
I
like,
hope-
no.
I hope when old Bullet Sponge is driving, he's listening to this and doesn't crash, because
Yeah, please don't crash, Bullet.
that's his thing, man. He loves to be like, did I just hear a smoke detector in the background?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I thought so.
He's like, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Heard that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Did you see that fat black rapper chick that got?
Lizzo?
Looks like she's suing Lyft. No, way fatter.
Yeah. Like,
She's like 450, 500 pounds.
mhm.
Dave saw it.
Yeah, I did.
I think I did see that. Where she's all
Yeah.
mad because she's too fat for the car.
Yeah. And they're like, you should have ordered an Uber XL, bitch.
She needed an Uber triple XL.
This is
That's a big woman.
This is they got
She
some
might
big
be
old
from
women
San
down
Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
I like that we both said San Antonio at the exact same time.
Same joke, different.
We met at
idea,
the punchline.
Yep.
Same joke, different time zones, folks.
Yep. That's the name
Same
of the
joke,
episode.
different time zones. The name of the episode.
Definitely different states, but
No,
I know that.
all right, find that video, Jake.
All right, I got it. It's ready. It's queued up. Are you guys ready?
So don't play it yet. Don't play it yet. So I'm going to tell you how I got to this.
Yeah, please tell me how you got to this.
So scrolling through Reddit, and obviously there's going to be naked chicks because isn't that what Reddit's for?
Yep.
And I click on this one chick, and then I'm just looking through her pictures, and I see 45-55, and I'm like, the fuck is 45-55? So then like I just go down a rabbit hole. I'm like, I got to figure out what this means. The internet couldn't help me, so I went to YouTube. And I find a doctor that's like 45-55, and then he tells me. So let's see what he says.
So that's what we're learning here.
We're learning some 45-55.
It's like I told Jen that she could be
my
I told Jen she could be my 35.
Boobs to butt ratio.
Nope.
Do you get it?
No. Is that your guess?
I have no idea.
I had no idea either.
All
then when
right,
you explained it, made sense.
This is how perfect breasts look according to science and this ugly looking guy.
And this guy who may have had some at one point.
An attractive pair of breasts.
An attractive pair of breasts.
Wait, let's run that. Yeah, wait.
So what actually makes an attractive pair of breasts?
Okay, there was more.
There was.
Ever wondered what constitutes an attractive pair of breasts?
Yes.
Plastic surgeons have been studying these questions for centuries.
Oh.
Plastic surgeons for centuries?
In a more scientific manner. Patrick Malucci, a British plastic surgeon, published his study in 2011.
I've never heard of
hundreds of pairs of breasts.
I've never heard of a plastic
And in essence, there are 4 points that constitute
doing
the perfect
surgeries?
breast.
No.
So the first point is the proportion of the upper to lower pole is at a 45 to 55
There it is.
ratio, meaning 45% of the volume has to be above the nipple line and 55% lies below the nipple line. This is an up-close view of the 45-55 ratio in an ancient statue. For surgeons, placement of the implant in the dual plane fashion,
Okay, that was the implant.
whereby half of the implant will be covered by the muscle and half of the lower implant covered by subglandular gland, is the best method to achieve the 45-55 ratio,
There is
giving
more
the
info.
best aesthetically pleasing appearance
I don't
to the breast.
I don't want to listen to this guy, the fucking Drew Eddy over here or whatever that.
His name is. He works with boobs all day. His name is Dr. Q.
Oh, so the guy did really look like Zach Eady's tiny brother.
Yeah, minus the everything.
He did go on to say like there's also like this curvature and like point thing. I watched the whole thing because I was like, well, now I'm in. I want to learn this.
I was if it weren't for the fact that we were on the show, I would have watched the rest of the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that I think about Jen's boobs after her augmentation, they're 45-55. Yeah.
Right. Like.
We
knew
I can
it.
see in my
We
mind.
just didn't have the numbers.
Yeah.
And now we know.
It's supposed to be there.
This is a math show now.
It's a math titties.
Math titties, bitch. Math titties, bitch. Dude.
You can go to our new OnlyFans, mathtitties.com.
Why has no one come out with Geotitties.com yet?
Have they?
How do you know they haven't?
Hold on. Let's look it up.
Like GeoCities, but it's GeoTitties.
Yes, I know what you mean. It just went to GeoCities.
So GeoCities owns the Geotitties
Probably.
domain.
They're like, we got to buy Geotitties because if we don't, someone else will, and they'll just spoof
That's
us.
exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And like, these domains are out of control. And they're like, at GoDaddy, we just have to pay like $10 a year, and there's never GoTitties or GeoTitties. We're good.
There's apparently someone on X that's named Geotitties.
Oh. What's she look like? I'm trying to figure out what that might be like.
I gotta use my phone. My computer's being slow because I have a new update I need to do.
Because
again.
he doesn't want porn on his computer.
Oh no, dude, actually I don't have whatever that Dr. McFadden thing or whatever.
I'm not bleeping that. He was definitely saying a different word.
Yep.
What?
What? Huh?
Some people think cucumber tastes better pickled.
What?
Wait, what'd I say?
I've heard it both ways. Well, if you think it's okay, then do it.
Oh, God.
If you think that's the proper way to greet people, then go right ahead.
Right. Hello, Dr. Paging Doctor. No, can't do that.
No. That one they'll definitely know.
I mean, I would know, because then I got to go and find it.
So I'll just clap so it'll spike the audio.
Right. Last time I just went like waved and then went out back and found it. I'm like scrolling through the video. Oh, there it is. Back it up. Back it on up.
We just backing up.
Back it up.
So I'm walking home from work because I don't have a car right now. Well, we have a car. We just don't have two cars. So I'm walking home from work, and there's this dude, this black dude, old guy, like probably in his mid to late 60s, working a factory kind of job.
Like calls everyone Jack and stomps
No,
his feet
like
when he laughs.
no, like you'll find out more about this guy as the story progresses.
Okay.
So the first day I walked by him, he's got the big hat like Sway used to wear on MTV.
Kangol.
Not.
I know what he's talking about. Like,
You know what he's.
Sway.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So that was actually the perfect hat to bring up. So I walked by him one day, and he just kind of nods at me, and I nod at him. And this is the evolution of a male relationship too.
Right.
Day two, we walk by, we kind of give each other a nod, and as I walk, he's at the bus stop, and I walk by him again because I stopped off at the quick stop, and I say, "Hey man, is that Antarctica on your hat?" And he's like, "No, brother, it's Africa." And for the life of me,
right near the beach.
I've looked at this hat every day for the past 2 weeks. It doesn't look like Africa. It looks like Antarctica.
Up, and it actually does look like Antarctica.
It looks like Antarctica with the way it is, but like he showed me, I'm like, I guess it looks like Africa, but it's like we'll go
right
with it.
near the penguins, boy.
and so just out of nowhere, the adjacency presents itself, and he's like, "No, it's Africa." I'm like, that's cool, man. Respect. And we have fucking respect knuckles, and like we solved racism for a minute, and like everything was cool.
Even though you called Africa Antarctica.
Right. Well, I asked. I didn't call it Antarctica. I asked if it was Antarctica because I couldn't tell. Anyway, so I see him today. I'm walking home, and I get close to him, and I'm like, "Oh, what's up, bad man?" And he's like, "Oh, young king, what's going on, man?"
Oh, shit.
So he just like launches into one of those monologues,
right,
where you only understand about every fifth word he says.
Yeah.
And so I'm just kind of mumbling shit back at him, like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to live like you, dude." He's like, "One love, brother."
This is what Scott Ellis would be if he were in Seattle. Nobody's gonna get that, but somebody will get that.
Somebody will get that. Maybe
Scott Ellis.
What's up?
DUVAL.
Oh my God! Did you see that, Dave? The DUVAL thing?
Did you guys send it?
No.
No.
I mean, probably.
I don't think we did. We haven't even talked about it.
No, we have. So there's been a rash of NFL coaches hired this week, and the Jaguars picked a guy. I'll just say he seems like he could be Tony Khan's friend. Like, that just seems like the reason they hired him, so he could hang out with Tony. Is what it seems like. And he's a dork. He's just a dork. Like,
He
he's
was
a
the Buccaneers. Was he their OC?
Yeah. But I promise you, if you listen to this guy talk for 2 minutes, you want to give him a wedgie.
Wait.
Quick question for you. Are you a conspiracy?
Go back to that.
I don't know.
Oh.
Can you hear it?
I got a
Yeah, I
real
heard-
quick question.
Go back to this guy. Go back to him. Look at his.
Now we can't
Like,
hear it.
He's
Well, you don't need to hear him.
that
You know
guy
what I
looks
could-
like that guy looks like
Duval.
that guy looks like Mike McDaniels could beat him up.
Yes.
Like, I've seen that clip enough times to get the vibe that he's going through as he's saying it. Like, 2/3 of the way, he realizes I have to commit to this because I fucked up. This is dumb.
I fucked up.
Fuck.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how they do. I mean,
Mhm.
expectations can't be that high.
Who hired him?
The
Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
Jaguars,
okay, so-
Jaguars.
Oh, we're just gonna hear about how they can't figure it out again next year.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically, because they are the dumpster fire franchise of the NFL.
Yeah. There was during the Blake Bortles period, I was like, there's an upswing, and then nope.
Oh, there it is.
Oh. Duval.
Just on repeat.
Duval. Duval.
Duval.
What's he saying Duval for?
That's the county that they're in.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, it's still doing it for me. That was
Look
terrifying.
at me doing it.
Look at me doing it. Yeah, so it's like it's a thing that they do down there in Jacksonville, other than murder each other. They just go like Duval, and like apparently it's a thing.
Maybe it should not be.
It
Yeah,
should.
we
Well,
stop.
when you're from Florida and you don't have a lot going for you but an AK-47 on the table, that's not my story. That's T-Pain's story.
Hmm.
So get off my ass
Wait.
about it.
When you're from Northern Florida, you ain't got much going for you,
Yeah, if you're in Northern Florida, why aren't you just in Georgia?
right?
Just be Georgia. What are you doing, idiot?
I was supposed to go to Jacksonville for spring break 2020.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
When
that
COVID
didn't happen,
happened?
though.
Yeah, when COVID happened. That was that year that I had that.
We were in
Ireland-
Vegas.
2020.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were in Vegas as the shutdown happened.
Yeah.
I
Or
thought
did
we
you
were.
not go with us?
No, I
that
didn't.
time?
I went to Vegas with you as the shutdown was lifting.
That's right.
Yeah.
See,
I was in Vegas.
Mhm.
You should have been there.
I should have also been there.
I was there. I had a good time. You should go.
I liked it. You should see it.
I feel like
That's
I
our
need
Vegas
to,
review.
Yeah, I feel like I need to go to Vegas for the first time again. Because I went at like as the restrictions were lifting, but it was still like everybody was still weird about shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm smoking a J and I cough and like 11 people turn and look to see if I have COVID. Like
Mhm. I think I smoked more that trip than I had smoked since I quit smoking 10 years prior. Because
Not we.
if not weed, just cigarettes. Because if you had a cigarette, you
You
could
didn't
just
have to
walk
have a
around
mask.
and you didn't have to have a mask. So we
Yeah.
always had a bottle, something to drink, and a cigarette in our hands. So we were constantly like, "Oh, I can't put my mask up."
I picked up again, and it'll stop in a couple days, I'm sure. I picked up my black and mild habit again,
Oh geez.
so it's like I just have a black and
Coincidence?
mild.
I think not. Antarctica man got to him.
Ironically, I was on my way to get a black and mild, and I looked down, and he too had a black and mild. So I mean,
Oh
black and
yeah,
mild-
you did. You had mentioned part of that the other day. The other day.
Yeah, the D. But yeah, it's like it all started at Reborn when I was hanging out with Jacob, and I was like, hey man, can have a little bit of that? And he's like, yeah, sure. And so I took a couple drags off of his Black and Mild, and then it became a daily thing that he was going to light it, smoke it for a little while, and then hand it to me. Like I stopped having to ask; he would just give it to me. And I was like,
you
okay,
want to get down on them with this?
we get down some of this tobacco. Like, hell yeah, bro. So yeah, it's pretty much just because I have to walk home, and I feel like I deserve to kill myself a little bit at the end.
That's fair.
You're just
How far
trying
is
to
your
even
walk?
it out. You're doing the walk and smoking.
Right.
Even.
Right. You know, you got the blood's pumping, the head. You get a little bit of a head rush, and you get a little, we're good
I
to
remember
go.
being really confused the first time I saw somebody riding a bike and smoking a cigarette. I was like, what is going on here?
Like that's just unhealthy with extra steps.
It's just Myrtle Creek people that don't have cars is what it is.
Weird thing is he was wearing bicycle shorts and a leather vest.
Yeah.
Super confused.
He didn't know what kind of biker he wanted to
It
be.
was Cumbeard's cousin.
Come here!
You
ever get-
face?
You ever get caught in Eugene in the middle of the naked bike ride?
No. No.
I was leaving Julio's place one time, and I turned the corner, and there's just like 100 naked people on bicycles going by, and I promise you did not want to see.
Right.
Right. I was just about to say, I think younger me would be like, oh, I want to go to that. But like me now is like, no, the people that I want to see aren't there.
Exactly.
The Portland one seems like it's got a healthier people.
It's the rule of the nude beach, right? Like the ones that you want to see are covered up, and the ones you don't want to see aren't.
Right. Like the 1 in 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What's up? Oh shit.
Is that
Why does everyone have such huge wieners?
Oh my god. That reminds me, I watched
Speaking of huge
Chernobyl.
wieners,
Speaking of huge wieners,
There's this whole scene in Chernobyl where
wieners.
lots of wieners. So
shower scene.
No. Okay, so we all know what Chernobyl is. It's the meltdown of a nuclear power plant,
Oh, spoilers.
right? So to stop the power plant from completely melting down into the earth and just destroying the groundwater for like 50,000 miles, blah, blah, blah.
They
They decided
fuck it.
they needed to dig a tunnel underneath the fucking power plant. And to do that, they couldn't use machinery because they didn't want to have vibrations that would cause acceleration of the deterioration of all that shit. So they
Vibration,
took all these,
acceleration, deterioration. What is this
all
fucking
that.
NXS song?
they took 500 coal miners and made them dig the hole. And because everything was radioactive, they wouldn't let them use fans because it would blow the dust and they would breathe it in. They're like, we're breathing it in anyway. So
Yeah.
since they wouldn't let them do that, they just took off all their clothes except for their boots and their hats. They're like, we're still wearing the hats.
Right.
And just fucking, like, you just see them, like, they start coming out of the tunnel. I'm like, that's a wiener. That's all the wieners, all of them. So many dicks.
The whole
It's like-
12-pack.
Yeah.
Whole 12-pack. We're not
It was-
talking about
it was more than 12.
Old
But
Johnsonville.
Yeah.
Wieners, 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 wieners,
But
wieners.
the show really goes from how it all happened, and it's told from like the perspective of one of the scientists who helped put an end to it, like the whole meltdown, because it would have just kept going into the ground, and
Mm.
like he was there and trying to stop spread and destroyed everything. They came up with plans on how to evacuate people, even though like Russia was like, there is no problem.
There's nothing here. Look over there.
Yeah, it's way more interesting than it sounds. Good ass show. It's only 5 episodes, but each one's like an hour long.
Didn't it win like the Golden Globe the year it came out for best original or short series or something?
Yeah, best made for TV movie or miniseries.
Is it the one with Stellan Skarsgård? Or is there
Yes.
another one? Okay.
Yeah, it's him.
Okay, so that's the one that I watched most of and
Hmm.
then kind of just forgot about it.
It's also got the main chick from the Dune TV show. Like I was watching, I'm like, I know her from somewhere. What is it? So I'm like going through. I'm like, oh, Dune. Shit, that makes sense.
Emily Watson.
No, maybe. What's her name? Emily Watson. That's too
Yeah.
close to Emma Watson. Don't
Yeah, I was like,
confuse
wait
me.
a minute.
I
Did
got
you
really
just
excited for a
mispronounce-
second. Yeah. What did I say?
What did I say? I've heard it both ways.
Oh, Dave's doing something.
Dave's doing
No,
something.
I was just looking at the.
Oh,
Or-
and then like at
movie.
the end, I watched like the after the credits scene. Yeah, Emily Watson, that's her. And it's like this guy died, you know, how many years later? Like pretty much everyone that was there died. And like Russia's official report is like 31 people died. But
Right.
but like really it was like 50,000 at least.
Mhm.
And the character that chick plays from Dune, in the credit, or not the credits, but like after the show's over, it says she was a combination of multiple scientists, and they still wanted to give credit to all the scientists that helped stop it or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Oh, so instead of having individual characters be all
Instead
the
of having like
scientists-
12 different random scientists, they're like, how about we just have one person that does all this stuff?
yeah, I
That
don't know
makes
if you
more
know this
sense.
TV magic.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, the
Mhm.
reason they were digging the tunnel to help stop that was to they got all of Russia's liquid nitrogen and created a basically like a refrigerator. You know how we have the coils?
Yeah.
Just like that. That's what they
Just
did.
like in the fucking The World Is Not Enough with Dr. Christmas Jones.
I never watched that.
Yeah, just like that, Jake.
Well, it was a James Bond movie. Yeah, I knew I went with a
Just-
weird reference there.
Just like that. Well, I don't think, how often do you watch a James Bond movie, Dave?
I go on a stint every like 6 or 7 years where I watch as many James
All of
Bond
them.
movies as I can.
I feel like I've watched one ever.
Yeah. I still haven't watched the newest Daniel Craig one.
I
David-
Neither
haven't,
have I.
but I haven't watched it.
Dave,
Watched it,
wait, David
own
Craig
it,
was
but no, I
David
haven't
Craig was
watched
the
it.
British singer.
Daniel
Daniel.
Craig.
Daniel Day Craig Lewis.
Queer.
Fucking Dave Malaprop
Gay.
was over here.
That
So-
was the show he was in. Queer.
I think about, like, you talk about Chernobyl, and then I realize that there are events that I just know fucking nothing about. Like the
Mhm.
3 Mile Island accident. Because you talking about Chernobyl made me think of, oh, that happened at 3 Mile Island. I'm like, I don't even know where that is.
It's at 3
It's
miles.
it's it's in Pittsburgh, and they're actually there's a company or guy.
He's not
Trying
capping.
to-
It's near Harrisburg.
Huh? Yeah. But they're trying to get the second reactor up and running again. Because
Yeah.
so the meltdown happened, but then it didn't shut down for a little while, for like 4 more years or something like that, like early 90s. And then I only know this because I had to write a report for some class, and I picked 3 Mile Island.
fucking public school.
Oh, that one was, I was not even one. So you guys weren't even born.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I feel like people were still talking about it like when I was a kid.
Yeah, it still
I-
gets brought up every once in a while.
Mhm. It just wasn't as bad, so it's not really.
Yeah, it's like
Chernobyl
they don't-
was 86.
They don't draw. Oh, it was 86. So when did it? I want to say early 90s. It completely shut down, but I could be wrong.
Wait,
Um,
I don't think you heard what I said. I said Chernobyl was in 86.
Oh, Chernobyl. Oh, yeah.
3 Mile Island was in 1979.
That's crazy that Chernobyl happened like, I have memories at about age 4. That's when I snapped into reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Watch out, rabbit.
Watch out, rabbit. And so it's
That's how
crazy
that
to me
goes.
that I didn't hear anybody talking about Chernobyl like when I was a kid. Because that was
Because Russia didn't talk about it.
That's
Like they
fair.
tried to pretend on the show. It even shows like they cut off the phone lines to the town that was right next to it. and they didn't let anything get out until they started bussing everyone out, and then people were like, everyone knew that something was going on.
I'm reading about 3 Mile Island. I'm trying to find out
Oh,
what's
yeah.
happening.
2019 is when it completely shut down.
Yeah, Constellation Energy announced plans to restart the 3 Mile Island nuclear plant to sell the power to Microsoft, demonstrating the immense power needs of the tech sector as they build data sectors to support artificial intelligence.
They don't need that anymore. Did you hear about that, Dave? DeepSeek,
Oh, the Chinese AI thing?
where they can do it like it cost them $5 million to create an AI on par with ChatGPT, which they paid $500 million to make.
Jeez. Did you hear about ChatGPT trying to recode itself to avoid being shut off?
Yeah.
I just heard about that. Like it tried rewriting its own code, tried copying its own code, and then when moderators were going in, it actively fought them.
Yeah.
It actively fought them and also tried to proliferate itself into other places so it would be alive somewhere else.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen this in a movie before.
Yeah. There's like 5 of them now.
Even Marvel had one.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
right?
Nice knowing you guys.
I asked Robin this the other day.
Just at the same time as fucking Elon Musk starts putting out his robots.
Yeah, his Nazi robots.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they do that yet.
I did not see them.
I was waving. Oh, God. That reminds me of another movie I watched. A Real Pain. I told you about that, Jake, right?
Which one?
A Real Pain.
No.
The one that Jesse Eisenberg wrote.
Oh, yeah,
with,
yeah.
Kieran Culkin.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole movie, it's just the two cousins are going to see where their grandmother lived when she lived in Poland during the whole, or up until the Nazis came, and
So it's
she
an indie
escaped.
film.
Very much an indie film,
Yeah.
and that's literally the whole movie is them going on this trip. You realize that the one cousin, Kieran Culkin, is an asshole, and that's it. That's literally the movie.
Yeah, I don't think I needed to see the movie to feel like it would be boring.
It does show like a lot of, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but a few of the historical sites in Poland that happened during the Holocaust. But
I can look those up on the internet.
Yeah, like you don't need to watch an hour and a half long movie that ends poorly.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me, or are all the nominations for Best Picture this year just shit?
Oh, I watched another one of them. The one with fucking Winter Soldier. What is his name?
The Man with No Name or something like that.
Yeah,
A Different Man is the name of the movie.
Man of a Different Name.
No, just fuck. What is his name?
Man with 2 names.
Man in the Iron Mask.
God damn it! I'm looking it up.
Sergeant Baker.
Bucky Barnes.
Dave Beaverton.
Bartholomew Barnes.
Oh yeah, Sebastian Stan. I didn't even get.
It was right there.
It was right there. Yeah, you had it.
Sebastian Stan. That's it.
That movie also is kind of an indie movie. Like he's got this weird fucking face dysmorphia thing that they get an actual guy with the same stuff to be in the movie, like the real life version of it. And he's got this weird face, and he goes and does an experimental drug treatment, and suddenly his face goes to a normal face, and he's got Sebastian Stan's face. But he wants to be an actor.
Life Goes On.
Yeah, and he was not Corky. And he tries to date this chick that was his neighbor, and she's a playwright, and he shows up to his old apartment because he left when his face got normal. And he comes back and he's like, hey, this guy's dead. And so he just goes off, and then she joins does a play, and he's like, hey, can I be in your play? And she's like, oh, it's about this guy, and it's him. But she doesn't know that he's not the weird face guy. I don't know.
He's him.
He is him. He's a different man.
I
With
am.
an,
And then
Man
she
with
falls
the
in love with
different
the guy
name.
with the actual weird face. When she wouldn't.
dude, that's when
Yeah.
Sebastian Stan starts killing. You just start killing everything.
Yeah, he
All of a
just
sudden,
like
the right arm just activates, and
Yeah.
he just starts.
snatching hose.
He's like, I
Yeah.
wish I
and
could
Ho-
stop.
and Hohen snatches.
That is one of my favorite toasts to the kisses we've snatched, and the opposite.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
I think most toasts end with Go Ducks. If they don't, they should.
If they don't, they should. So you want to talk about some reviews?
Sure. We
So
left
set
some
this-
Google reviews.
We left some Google reviews. There was a guy who decided that the rules didn't apply to him. And after he decided the rules didn't apply to him and he got called out for the rules not applying to him, he decided to go and leave a bogus review on the company that called him out for his lies.
Mm-hmm.
And after doing a little bit of digging, we discovered that this individual, he does this often.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, in the industry he seems to work.
And we figured it out. Within minutes, like literally
yeah.
minutes. Like as we're typing and talking, we're like, hold up.
Like, is this guy? Yeah,
that's him. That's
like,
him.
wait a minute. They know his name, but his profile is just initials.
Yeah. Weird.
You sure about that?
Hold up.
Wait a minute. So yeah, we went on and usually his reviews are something to the effect of, this company is terrible. I would never use them. Trust me. And the people that respond are like, hey, that's weird. Like, we don't know who you are, but we would love to help. And so we went on his company where we are pretty certain he works.
Oh, he
And
does.
I posted, don't walk away from this company. Run. Trust me.
Trust me.
And then DUVAL got back to me today, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry that something happened. You should call this 1-800 number and talk about your problems with the company." I'm like, "Nah,
I'm good.
I'm good. I got my attention."
So then I did mine. I wrote, oh, these guys are awesome. I went from having 2 leaks to having 6 in my roof. Thank you.
Thank you. And the best part is, it doesn't read like that. It
No.
reads like, I went from 2 leaks to 6. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why text is scary.
It's
You
fun.
never know.
You don't.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know if you're snarky, funny, or just an asshole. Or mad.
Or bad. Like my boss is finally learning that I'm snarky for a reason.
Right.
Like, I don't do it just to do it. Like, I'm not just an asshole out here being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. Like, there's a
You
purpose.
sure about that?
Yeah. It's something Robin said earlier. I consider myself to be a pretty nice person, but if there were a asshole Olympics, I would place respectably in my weight class.
I think we all would.
Yeah. Well,
It takes more to get Dave in that asshole level.
Yeah.
but it takes longer to get Dave out of the asshole too.
Yes. You're like, okay, we got it. We got
Yeah.
a point.
Dave,
We're good.
But you guys also, I mean, I feel like I need a little bit of credit. That took a long time.
Right. That's what we're
Like-
saying. Like, it takes you a while to get to that point.
Yeah,
But when you
yeah.
get to that point, it takes you equally as long to get your ass back out.
Yeah.
Robin and I are the same in that we get irritated very easily. But
The
then it's
littlest
over.
things.
tiny as shit, right?
Mhm.
And then 5 minutes later, it's over. Move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Something else is
I've
going.
said what I needed to say. I'm good.
Right. I've bitched.
Mhm.
I lead in with things. I just tell people flatly now. I'm like, they're like, hey, will you do this? Or hey, do you want to do this? Or that question. And I say, yeah, but I'm gonna bitch about it first. Like, okay, go ahead. And so I'll just, this is bullshit. I don't want to do it. All right. I'm going to go do it now. It's,
Yeah.
And I don't get irritated, and then all of a sudden I will stab you in the neck.
because Dave has been role playing it in his mind for the past 40 minutes. It's like, all right, so when he stands up and he goes over there, if I come in from this angle, he's like Sherlock Holmes, but he has time to think.
Yeah,
like the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock
that
Holmes.
one, yeah, where he's like, gonna punch him to the neck, and then 5 seconds later,
his spleen will explode.
I'm like a slow Sherlock Holmes, physically and mentally.
Slow lock Holmes.
Slow lock Holmes. With ADHD.
The
First
funniest part is like,
what's over there?
We will also see that process going, and that's when somebody grabs his knife out of his pocket.
Yeah.
And we're like, nope, that's not
Bad
happening.
Bad
I start getting frisked by my own friends when they see the wheels turning.
Like, hold on. Like, I think that's I'd like to exercise my Fifth Amendment rights here.
Dave wants to work in a prison, not live in a prison.
Right.
I
went to jail, not prison, bitch. There's a difference.
There's a difference. Oh, Cat Williams is good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't act like you know $12 worth of jewelry on. Good X.
Oh my god.
When you're talking about how when you read text, you're not sure if you're being an asshole or just saying something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It reminded me, there was this video, a guy walks up to a soccer ref in England, and he's like, "Hey man, just want to let you know that you reffed my daughter's game earlier and you smashed it, like, great job." And like they shook hands, and as he's walking away, the ref's like, "Hey, I don't know if you're being an asshole or." He's like, no, right. Like I'm serious. Like, you did a great job. Like, thanks for how much effort you put into these kids. But I'm like, yeah, that's funny because that's how we also tell people they're being assholes. Like, wait, was that a compliment or?
A lot of the time when I'm mentally working on something and figuring something out, I don't pay attention to my tone very well, and so I find myself saying things like, I'm not saying this to be an asshole. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, but this is what's going through my mind as we're talking about this problem.
That is, I've seen that process with you multiple times, because you get, like, as you get passionate about something, your tone naturally gets to that more aggressive tone, whether you mean it or not.
Because I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I'm
unless you're doing the high pitch
movies.
Excited, and then that one we're good.
Oh yeah. You hear me in high pitch? Yeah. When I'm up here, this is a different kind of excited over here. This is different. Over here is different.
Getting excited right there.
That's tailgate. Oh man, we're tailgating today.
We're on the same team today. We're on the same team, baby.
On the same team, baby. Well, yeah, it's like, God. I think people think I'm confrontational because I'm aggressive, but I'm not confrontational. I'm just aggressive.
I would say more direct than aggressive.
Fair.
You don't fuck around when you're talking to people. You say the thoughts that are in your head.
Gets me in trouble sometimes.
No, what?
I've actually gotten better at it.
In a world.
I've had practice lately with coaching with other coaches, because I'm like, oh, gotta filter.
Got it, yeah.
Filtering out those words.
Or it's, yeah. I still remember coaching Bailey in 8th grade and referring to the other team's coach as a Seth Rogen lookalike motherfucker.
I remember that.
I used to say fuck to the kids at least at the beginning of every season.
Just once?
I'd slip in a fuck to one of the kids, like when they're being jackasses. My favorite one is when Cody was talking while Dave was trying to talk. We're doing a spring camp thing.
Lock the fuck up.
Yeah. And head coach was talking, and I was like, all right, guys, hey, lock it up. Coach is talking. And this one senior kept talking, and all the parents are there watching the spring practice stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, coach talking, lock it up. The senior keeps talking. I says, hey, lock it up. And then he kept talking. I was like, hey, when I say lock it up, it means shut the fuck up. And then I'm like, I look over it. I look at Dave. I look at the sidelines, and I'm like, I'm gonna walk over here now.
That reminds me of when I was covering a football game for Central Lynn High School, and it was like the divisional round of the playoffs. They were like a number 1 seed, and they ended up losing to a nobody team. And like I was standing, they were in the end zone having their post game, and I was at about the 15-yard line. And I'm just kind of standing there, just listening, and the coach is definitely saying words that you don't say to children. And afterwards, he comes walking over to me, and he's like, I hope you didn't hear too much of that. I said, it's okay, coach. My phone wasn't recording. And he's like, all right, so anyway. But
so many of these fucking little kids.
Yeah. It's funny when you get relationships with other coaches, because it's like the way a coach talks to you when you're in the media when you don't get along,
Yeah.
as opposed to the way a coach, like especially at the high school level, because most high school coaches are not prepared to talk to somebody from a newspaper.
Yeah.
And so when they actually realize that you're not an idiot, first of all, or that you actually understand what you're talking about, they open up a lot, and then you actually get to see these guys' personalities. But the problem I ran into is I was working a different school every 3 days, and so I never got to know anybody.
That makes sense. I've noticed, like, through working at different schools, it depends on the school, on the level of cussing you're allowed to do.
Yeah.
Like when I was at Glendale, didn't have any limits. I could say whatever I wanted. It was fine. Days Creek and Riddle, just don't cuss.
Yeah.
Don't cuss.
Not
Like,
allowed to.
It's kind of bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's bullshit. I can't cuss.
It is. But like when I went to South Umpqua, I remember my coaches cussed all the time. I don't know about when Dave was there, but did when I was there.
The Hubs would cuss at me, but not like on a regular, like not to. It wasn't a hey you stupid motherfuckers.
Right,
It was hey stop being a fuckhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was directed at me, but I also had a very different relationship. Like it was if I didn't have my own father in my life,
Right.
he would be the next thing to a father figure growing up. Like go to his house on Wednesday nights to watch film and eat spaghetti and like stuff like that. So it was more than him. He's not just a coach, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was actually someone important. Well, coaches are important. You know what I'm saying.
Not related, but like you said spaghetti, and it made me think I'm really over spaghetti.
Really?
Like I've had enough spaghetti. I feel like I've had enough.
You see, you say that, and my mind's like, man, I haven't had spaghetti in a little while.
I have.
Neither have
I bet I have it at least once a month.
You see, you do a ground beef though.
You probably.
We use sausage.
You make a nice bolognese.
It changes the flavor just a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
I bet if you had sausage spaghetti, you'd be like, yeah, I'm good with spaghetti for a little bit.
Could be.
Have you ever had Filipino sweet spaghetti?
Is that what you're back looking for in the pantry?
No, I was getting
back
cookies.
in the storage room. Oh wait, you're in the storage room.
Yeah,
You are the
I'm
storage
in
room.
my office.
So tell us about Filipino sweet mayonnaise or whatever.
Spaghetti. It's just spaghetti with sugar.
Oh,
Like there's nothing.
like Buddy the Elf?
It sounds weird.
Is there sugar? Is there sugar in syrup? Then yes.
But I was also going to say I don't eat a whole lot of spaghetti either, but I do eat noodles. A lot of noodles. So
Yeah, you're Asian. That's Asian.
Your mom makes a bunch of different stuff though too.
mm-hmm.
So
Dude,
that helps.
I mean, you guys have both been to my house for holidays. We have really weird, like we don't do Thanksgiving we do a turkey, but the rest of the spread isn't always like a Thanksgiving.
It's stuff.
Like
it's stuff.
The last few years we've been doing prime rib and crab legs.
Yeah,
is our Thanksgiving. You know,
I fully endorse Pizza Christmas from this point forward. We did Pizza Christmas this year.
I like Pizza Christmas.
Dude, Pizza Christmas was awesome. There was no pretense about anything. You didn't have to sit around the table for an extra half hour because you got to talk about bullshit. Everybody grabbed a couple slices of pizza and the kids opened presents. Fucking Pizza Christmas, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Christmas.
And we had
And we
Christmas.
had Christmas.
And like and nobody, there were no dishes. Like there were no, massive amounts. We didn't have to worry about leftovers and putting shit in bags. Pizza Christmas. 100%. Undy P.
It
Gave me an idea. Go ahead, keep talking. I got my idea.
I was gonna say it reminds. So you say Pizza Christmas, and I haven't thought about it in a long time. When I moved to Oregon, we did Pizza Christmas in Hawaii, and we were basically sitting on milk crates and some stacked milk crates as a table because all of our stuff was packed up and shipped to Oregon. So we spent Christmas with a tree, milk crates, and pizza, and then we went to the neighbor's house where they had furniture. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, but just made me think of it. I was like, oh yeah, pizza. That was
pizza
Christmas.
For
Christmas.
That needs to be a thing. We should have more pizza holidays.
Yeah, pizza. Or we should just have Pizza Day.
Pizza Day. Well, Pie Day, and that could be Pizza Day.
You could have pizza pie for dinner.
Yeah. Okay, here's my idea.
What's your idea?
So next week, we got to have each of us have a story to tell, and you guys. So what we'll do is I'll mute my mic, and then I'll tell my story, and you guys say what my story is. So like the outside the window thing.
Yeah. So okay. So all right.
So think of a story, and then we'll all three do it. We'll all take turns narrating each other.
Okay.
I think that'll be funny.
They gotta be funny stories. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be a funny.
It doesn't
story.
have to be. It can be about anything. It can be about the time you got a flat tire on the freeway or something.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about
so anyways, I'm finger blasting this fat chick and her glass eye falls out.
No, I guarantee that's what Dave's going to say that I'm saying. I'll be talking about the time we went and cut down a tree and then had to fuck it up and then throw it in the back of the truck. And Dave's like, yeah, and then he was finger banging this fat chick. And
and now Riv is here.
And I was in Dave's cave when I to this day I still think that I was in Dave's cave the night that Riv was conceived.
Dave
I
weren't,
heard it.
but
nope. I was. I don't care what you say.
Okay.
I was there, damn it.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I
don't know if anyone heard me slide my door open and stick my head out the hole. Like, hey, what's going on up there?
What y'all doing?
Oh, it's in my eye. Ah.
Are you making a sandwich up there?
It's all over.
You don't need to mix the mayo that much.
I saw a woman on TikTok who was making macaroni and cheese
with mayonnaise.
No, she just wanted to make sure it was cheesy enough.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You should usually go to the doctor if it's real cheesy.
Dave, you know how a vagina works, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They've got a pee hole.
They do. That's called the urethra. And not the singer.
I want to. Never mind. I don't want to say that out loud.
What were you about to say? I want to see urethra.
I want to see what it looks like when a chick passes a kidney stone. Because I've seen it when I do it.
I think it would probably have something to do with the size of their urethra, similar because you apparently just shot it out of there like a fucking fountain.
Well, the last one was easy. The one
it was also the size of a basketball.
The one before that was like, Jesus Christ. I could stop Superman with this thing.
It's like childbirth. His first one's hurt. The second one was like, I know what I'm doing. Let's get this over with.
No, literally, the first one was the worst feeling I've ever had. This last one, I had periods of time that felt like that. But not like, oh my God, I'm dying. Just like, this sucks. This fucking sucks. I can't breathe.
Kidney stones are the only thing I've seen make my dad react physically. Like, I've seen my dad drive a drill bit through his hand and just be like, oh, gotta go to the hospital. Fuck.
Hey, let's see if I touch this saw blade with my finger. Oops.
Well.
I can't see shit out this thing.
I can't see shit.
Oh god.
Because you were standing right there, right?
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very
like,
quick like.
What are you doing?
I was like, huh.
You're
Yeah, I'm just
bleeding
like
everywhere.
I'm just
Dave's
staring at his
intrusive
blood,
thoughts
just like.
win.
Like, huh? Do we
I'm
need to go
weird
to the
with blood.
hospital? No, I'm good. Just
Yeah, fuck the hospital.
all
Have I ever
I got
told
some
you-
tape in the car?
Have I ever told you about the guy that slit his own throat in the prison?
No?
Maybe.
That'll be a good story to close on.
So when I was working in the psych ward,
Makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I was a responder that day, and we get a call that someone just cut themselves, tried to slit his own throat. What he did was, so they can't have blades, right?
Yeah.
But what they can have is a pencil sharpener. So what he did was break the pencil sharpener, get the blade, and then taped it onto a pencil, and then just drug it across his neck.
Ooh.
So anyways, by the time I get there, there's already 4 or 5 people around him. So I'm like, okay, I don't need to do anything here. And I'm leaning on the table, and I put my hand down, and it's just pool of blood. And I look down, and I'm like, huh. And my coworker's like, what? And I pick my hand up. I'm like, it's still warm. And I'm just kind of looking at it. And he's just like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Because I'm
Like, yeah,
holding it. It's dripping, but it's not like dripping down onto my skin because I had my sleeves rolled up.
It's like
but
yeah,
just
you're
dripping
like,
onto the table. I'm like, huh.
Michelle Rodriguez
warm.
in Resident Evil, just sitting there dripping blood out over the zombies.
Right?
Yeah, I thought of The Departed when he shoots that chick and he's like, huh, she fell funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Have you seen the psychology of that scene where Jack
Yes.
talks about that?
I've seen Matt Damon explain how the scene was like this much of a page, like 2 lines, and
Yeah.
then he made it into a whole scene. I've seen
Yeah.
him talk about that, but I haven't seen.
Yeah, I guess it's Matt Damon who was talking about
okay.
it. But yeah, we were talking about the same video. I just thought it was Jack for some reason.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he's talking about how magnificent of an actor he is because he created this entire narrative from 2 lines.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Matt Damon is along for the ride and basically like an avatar, just words are coming out of his mouth, but he can't control them. It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can find it.
But yeah, just that's it, and all stems from because he went into the psychology of if he laughs and says she fell funny, that must mean that he does this so frequently that first of
Yeah.
all, killing someone doesn't affect him, and 2, he's seen so many people fall that he knows there's a normal way for it to happen.
Here.
Mhm.
Oops, that's weird. We have 2 Jake and Dave text things on my phone.
Jake and Dave. Well, it might be that we slipped into the nebulous.
Or oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's-
I sent one to Jake and Dave, and then I sent another one to Anywhere in the World.
Is Anywhere in the World our RCS chat?
I don't know, they both work.
Fair enough. Yeah, like earlier this week, the Google Messages has been weird because I was trying to do a joke with when someone transferred away from Mike Krzyzewski.
Hmm.
So I was trying to do a thing. So I made my name Coach K. So if I were to text myself at the top of the screen, it would say Coach K. And so I opened up our group chat, and instead of Dave's name being first, Coach K was first. And I could not find our group chat for like the entire day.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, where, like, because it's right here right now. That's the one.
See,
Because
I can put you guys are up here.
Oh, that's cool.
That way I can find people easy.
Yeah, I like that. I have like little pictures of people along the side,
They could have been anywhere on my screen.
but they're here with us.
There.
We appreciate that. Make sure you're checking us out on YouTube, and because it was a good pre-show. I'll just say that we do some fun stuff. But for this episode, this edition of my show, good night, universe.
Until we meet again!
Go Ducks.
Night, go Ducks.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out Jake's OnlyFans, Cheesy Vagine.
Onlyfans.com/crashlandis.
/Geotitties.
Just like-
Oh god. Yep, that's the thing.
That's a thing.
slash gaping urethra.
Dude.
Oh.
Oh.
Old Robin. They don't call him old Robin Gaping Urethra Miller for nothing.
Nope. I earned that one.
Yeah, you earned that one for sure.
Mhm.
That's
I
not
will
what
say
they normally hand out.
no. My dad has told me that of the women he's talked to who have had both kidney stones and given birth, they said they would rather give birth than have kidney stones. It is less painful to give birth than it is to have kidney stones.
Huh.
Okay, apparently he just talks to old Miss Loose Pussy.
Yeah,
She's
the
out
doctor
here
just
That was my
Doctor
first grade
just re-
teacher.
reached in there, grabbed the baby by the face, and just pulled him out.
Face.
Old Mrs. Loose Pussy. Yeah, she was an English teacher.
I might just leave this on here. Oh my god.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.